Hey Siri, what date is today?
It's Sunday, August 21st, 2022.
You gotta scream, Siri. Alright, like Siri said, August 21st, 2002. And we're enjoying this beautiful Sunday after this rain that just came through. So I've already completed week number 3 on my 9-week challenge. And I'm starting my 4th week, halfway there. This gate's not opening. Hurry up, gate. What the hell? And I know I didn't post the workout video for workout number 15, although workout number 15 I completed that Friday. Alright, so yeah, week 3 done in the books. Exercise training day number 15 was Friday, and I went to get one-on-one training, and I didn't do a video of that because usually, like I said, that's where my trainer actually helps with the correction of my form and kind of tweaks my workouts that I'm doing. But here I'll post the exercise that I did and the reps that I was doing also for those exercises. And like I said, right now I need to put gas, this outrageous gas, in my Lamborghini and stuff. It's a hybrid type, and then we're gonna do a little Sunday stroll and let you guys in on week number 4 self-help tips. So stay tuned. Woo, man, took a hit. Can't afford these.
In 800 feet, use the right 2 lanes to take the I-45 south ramp.
Don't drink and drive. So week 3 in the books, coming into week 4 right now.
Use the right 2 lanes to take the I-45 south ramp.
Self-help tips. Coming into week 4, halfway point between.
Continue for half a mile.
And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see the results. I know I really don't post any pics. So here after week 4, I'm planning on actually doing a side-by-side before and mid, and then of course
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-45.
And then whichever way it goes, and then we'll see about posting more pics. So self-help tip number 1, key take on my form. And it sounds simple, but, and this is me just talking about personal experience, is that
In 2 miles, take exit 72 in toward Texas 99 East Grand Parkway.
this is all like from personal experience, but it still is important to have proper form. And I say it because when I do the exercises, and I got these exercises from my online coaches, and then when I do my one-on-one training, it's completely different, right? I mean, even where you hold the grip, which I didn't know there's a neutral grip, like for the dumbbell, neutral's in the middle, then you can hold it higher on the dumbbell or lower to the bottom of the dumbbell. Like it's actually a science to it all. But when I'm talking about form, I'm talking about the actual movement through it all of the, of completing the exercise. It's a difference. It makes a huge difference because you're doing the exercise correctly. And like I said, it's like I work out once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, and I'm feeling the effects of it and that soreness, as opposed to whenever I'm doing
Continue on North Freeway Service Road for 1 mile.
doing it wrong or not getting the full benefit and getting that range of motion and getting the contraction and the extensions, properly. And I'm like, well, am I not doing it right? Well, obviously I'm not. And that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the form is very important. So here in week number 4, I'm going to actually take the time to focus on doing it correctly, so I can get the same effect of when I get my one-on-one training, right? And again, that's to no fault of anybody else's other than my own, because again, obviously, like I said, it's like my online coach is awesome, he's great, but he's not physically there, to correct me. So if I'm just there, it's like, okay, bicep curl, and I'm
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Springwoods Village Parkway.
I'm just doing the exercise, and okay, yeah, like, you're still gonna get a workout no matter what. You can have bad form and you can still get a workout, but having the correct form is paramount, because then you're going to engage that muscle a lot more, and it's going to become more.
Turn right onto Springwood.
Like that's where that form comes into play. And also, the other thing is not just having proper form to make the, to have the exercise be more effective, but again, it's also a preventative to injuring yourself. Because again, it's like if you go try to squat and you don't know how to squat, then you're going to hurt yourself. And you don't want to have a herniated disc, bulging disc, or pop your knee out. And, and it's a lot of that stuff that I have to try to mitigate.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Lake Plaza
At my
Drive.
age, one, and two, because I want to be getting the most gains out of the exercises that I'm doing. Apartment hunting, house hunting while I'm enjoying this day. Self-tip number 2 that I'm going to be taking in to week number 4 is not knowing but actually increasing the weight or the reps when I do the workouts on my own. I have a tendency to scare myself when I'm doing it because I feel like I'm going to hurt myself and I'm not going to have somebody there to pick the weight up for me, and I got to stop. So I'm hurting my gains by not adjusting those two things, or one or two of those things. So you can't have progressive overload training, or you can't build muscle unless I break it down. But if I'm hitting a plateau and I'm just still doing the same weight, the same reps, and I'm not shocking my body, then I'm not going to grow. So week number 4 here, self-help tip, is actually stop being afraid and increasing the weight, to the exercises that I'm doing, or increasing the reps. So like that, I could actually, hopefully, grow. All right, so it's gonna be that. Is making sure that, that I increase one of those two things. And again, I think I could do it because, like I said, when I do my one-on-one training, they got a little bar and restaurant right there. When I do my one-on-one training, like I said, my trainer's great at. Oh, I didn't want to come here. Great at helping me do that. So here on my own, I am going to. Let me take a picture of there. To make sure that I keep that in mind, and of course not compromising my form in the process, because I want to make sure I keep good form when I'm doing any of these changes. So I'm going to increase the weight, even increase the reps, and we're going to go from there. Self-help tip number 3 here going into week 4 is not being afraid to use free weights. Now, free weights have its benefits, I think, so there's no cheating. Like I said again, when I had explained before, when you're doing a bench or a machine and you got the barbell, you're using both of your arms, but you're always going to have one dominant hand and one recessive hand. Like I said, so when you're doing free weights, you're not allowing yourself to cheat. So I'm going to try to incorporate using free weights a lot more to get even those fast twitch fiber muscles working, get my body blasting, and hopefully help me get those gains. So I'm not going to be afraid to get free weights and use them. And again, at a very, I don't want to say comfortable or safe weight, but at a weight, like I said, that I could be able to do the exercises all the way through, and then maybe 3-4 reps on top of it. Self-help tip number 4, week 4, is remembering to keep my head in a neutral position. Neutral position. And what I mean by that is when I'm doing a lot of these lifts, or when I'm lifting or doing the exercises, and it ties in with having, good form. But I find myself either picking my head up if I'm on the bench, or if I'm doing shrugs, right? Keeping too much tension, right, in areas where I don't need to have that tension. So I'm like, it's awkward. Like I said, when I'm on the bench, I'm on a flat bench, and even when I'm doing like a shoulder press with the barbell, right, I'm still keeping my head moved and like a chicken. And again, it's like I need to learn to keep my head in a neutral position where it's lined up with my spine as soon as I get set to when I'm gonna do a lift. And even when I'm doing a curl, right, like I'm seeing myself do this, and then I'm tucking my chin in. And then when I'm doing a lift, I'm like lifting with my head also. And like I said, it's like the weight isn't too heavy. I'm still able to maintain the reps, but it's just something that I do, involuntarily, that I feel is wrong. And like I said, then I start to carry a lot of that tension in my neck, or I start to lift a lot with my neck. That's why, I get these huge traps, right? But I'm over here tensing my neck and my head too much, and it's kind of throwing me off, and it looks awkward because, like I said, I'm doing a bobblehead movement. But I need to learn to keep my head in a neutral position also when I start doing these exercises. Self-help tip number 5, going into week number 4, is finding the energy to continue the workout. I know I made the adjustment of working out in the morning, and it's worked okay. It's actually hasn't been too bad, but like I said, it's like I still find myself getting tired going through the routine. So I'm either gonna have to talk to one of my coaches and ask, is like, hey, can I take a break in between and carbo load, or maybe eat before? Because I'm not eating. I usually start with a light snack, rice cake, almond peanut butter, and some fat-free, sugar-free jam or preserves on a rice cake, and I have that. Or I take my protein shake and I use that. Or I usually go off of the energy that I have in the morning, and then I go off of that. But there's times when I find myself becoming a bit more sluggish, and then once that kicks in, it's like I just want to stop my workout. So then sometimes I have to I compromise the lift, or I compromise the exercise, I compromise the workout itself, and that's not good. So I need to find a way to sustain levels of energy higher, or take some kind of snack with me and seeing if that's all right, or taking some kind of gel, these protein carbohydrate gels that I see, and taking that in the middle, or something, just like I said, to give me that extra boost. And I know you might think, is okay, well, why don't you just take a pre-workout? Well, I have a heart condition. Now I know what you're saying is like, hey, there's caffeine-free pre-workouts, but that's like drinking non-alcoholic beer to me, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to try to find out if I could have a snack, and like I said, have these gels in between the workout, just so I could sustain myself, keep that energy up, to be able to complete the workout and then not half-ass a rep, or say like, well, you know what, let me just go ahead and not do 15 reps and I'll just do 12 reps, or let me not do my metabolic training at the end for these 10-12 minutes, or let me not go as hard, so I don't want to do that. I push myself through all of them. I'm not saying that I've skipped out or skimmed on the exercise that I'm doing. I'm just saying that I don't want to fall into that bad habit, and I want to make sure that I continue to keep that energy. Or if my body says stop, should I just stop and then continue afterwards? I don't know, but like I said, that's something that I need to, 1, research, 2, ask, the professionals and the people that I'm talking to and talking with that are helping me out on this journey. And speaking of energy, let's go check this out. final tip, self-help tip number 6, here in week 4, and it's going to take a lot of discipline, really, commitment, consistency, and I know I had said it before, was managing my meals, but now what I see is eliminating that cheat meal or that cheat day, because what I've noticed is, like, sure, I got my meal prep done, I'm eating healthy, and either when I go through my week of my pre-made meals or what I'm supposed to take and I want that snack, well, the undisciplined person inside of me is quick to go and, you know, hop on the bad foot and just go get fast food. And so when I'm getting that fast food meal or my cheat meal, I'm killing everything that I've eaten clean that day, clean that week, and I'm losing it all, right? Because I don't know how much a Big Mac calories are. I don't know how much large fries are. I don't know how much large Coke is. I said, that's not even like my meal. Because I tell you, when I go to these places, McDonald's, I'm thinking it's like, hey, well, I've worked out all week and I've eaten right all week. I've drank all my water all week, blah, 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 blah. And I get that one meal. Well, for that meal, depending on where I go, and I'll give you a list right now, is if it's Mickey D's, I'm getting a Big Mac, right? And I'm getting a double quarter pounder with cheese, large fries, and a large soda. So y'all could look up at the menu and see how many calories that is. I'm from Texas, we have Whataburger over here. I go to Whataburger, I'm getting a number 2 double meat with cheese, large, okay, with jalapenos, large Coke. And again, y'all can look up how many calories that is. We go to the King, BK, and I'm getting the Texas Double Whopper, right? Large, okay? Large fries, large Coke. So that already, you see the pattern. And again, we go to the other one, Jack in the Box, I'm getting a number 6 ultimate cheeseburger, cheddar peppers. Sonic, I'm getting a foot-long coney with the supersonic jalapeno cheeseburger combo. Now, I'm not endorsed by none of these people at all whatsoever, but that's just what I always have ate before in the past, and what I continue to eat as a cheat meal. So you can tell if you're eating lean ground beef, lean turkey, lean anything, and you're eating your greens, you know, you're consuming your water, you're taking your vitamins, you're doing this, you're doing that. But then comes in, you know, this person comes in and you're like, oh, let me cheat. It's okay, I've earned it. But then, like I said, I'm killing my gains there. And anybody else is going to be killing their gains unless you're going to the extreme and increasing something else as far as like the output of the exercise that you're doing, cardio that you're doing or something. You know, but again, it's not healthy anyway to be consuming that type of food for me, right? Because again, I'm speaking from my experience, because I am old. I'm over 40, right? I have been living a sedentary lifestyle for the last 6 years, and I'm trying to get over that slump. So those habits are kind of hard to break, and that's where that discipline and that consistency is going to come in, and that commitment is going to come in to not be eating like that. So week number 4, I kid you guys not, I'm going to try to limit, okay? I'm going to limit myself from having these cheat meals and just having one cheat meal the whole week for the remaining 4.5 weeks or 5 weeks that are still left on my 9-week challenge. And it's going to be hard, I know it is, but like I said, if it's an inspiration or motivation for other people to do it, and even for me to do it, I need to try to do it now, because it's not going to get any easier. All right, so no more cheat meals, no more cheat days, right? And for maybe 1 week, I'm gonna do it that way, and then I can see about cutting everything else out. Self-help tip number 6: stop cheating. All right. So that's it for my recap going into, well, actually not even a recap, but that's it for week number 4 for self-help tips. Like I said, the recap for week 3, I've made the adjustments from week 1 to 2. Like I said, they've been going great, but I've noticed and I put down in notes other areas that I feel that I'm failing on, or other areas where I need to improve on as well. So week number 4, like I said, I'm gonna make these adjustments, see how everything changes, and then after this week, like I said, I'll be posting up pictures from the first day when I had started to what I'm looking at right now. And like I said, I'll also be posting in the description my workout that I did for day number 15. All right. And on another note, continuation, also, it was an exciting weekend this past weekend here in Houston, down at the NRG Center, because we had the Ronnie Coleman Classic. All right, it was awesome. I got a few pictures and I got some merch from over there. Got to meet the man himself, Mr. 8-time Mr. Olympia, right? Ronnie Coleman. God bless you, sir. Love it. And I hope you guys, like this little bonus clip that I have coming up. Thank you, guys.